Hi Pisces, this is your horoscope for October 2013 with me, Lada from astrology.com. And make sure you check your ascendant sign prediction and your moon sign prediction, because these are the more personal predictions you feel most strongly often. If you don't know what your ascendant sign or your moon sign are, you can find them out at my birth chart calculator, for which I'm putting a direct link here. Just click there, fill in your details, and you can check what it says in the birth chart, where your ascendant sun is. The sun, everyone knows where the sun is usually, but not the moon and the ascendant. So what happens if you have ascendant sun or moon in Pisces? Well, two benefic planets, Jupiter and Mercury, which whenever they combine together and they trigger a part of your horoscope, they will bring some tangible results there. They will bring some positive nudge and developments from the universe, which make things happen. And in your case, they're triggering the first house of initiation and starting new things. They're triggering your 9th house and 5th house. Oops, sorry about that. And both of these houses are houses of purpose and meaning in life. These are houses which, when they trigger, they help you find out who you truly are, what your true mission is, what your true inspirations are, not what your desires are, not what society wants from you, not what you've probably saw your friends achieve or want and you want to achieve it as well. No, this is what your true soul path is. This is what your soul hungers for and what it will feel fulfilled if you go in that direction. So it's not about what you desire, it's about what is right for you to do this month, that you might have some enlightening about, that you might have some trigger in that direction, that the events that come to your life right now, welcome them, because they're sent to you from your higher self. The opportunities that come to you as well, welcome them, because they will place you on the right path. Because if you veer off the right dharmic path, the path that the soul has chosen to experience, which will bring it most fulfillment, if you veer off on the side torn by different desires, maybe you desire to be with this man, but actually this is not the man who is right for you. The man who is right for you might be someone you haven't paid attention to before. So in this month you might have such clues from the universe which point you towards this right direction, which will be more fulfilling for you. Also, 9th house, for instance, is the house of teachers and advisors and counselors. So someone can come in that shape and form into your life that gives you an advice, whether it's maybe your friend that tells you something about your purpose and your direction in life that brings you clarity, or maybe it's a real consultant or advisor or life coach that you get in touch with, or a real life guru, or that you find the teacher in your life who can put you on the right path, so to speak, who can give you a higher perspective about your life, to put it in the context of what you really want to do. So it's a great time for planning ahead for your future life, at least for the next few months or maybe years ahead. So any kind of clues that you get, or a book you might read, or a movie you might see, or this can bring you a lot of such pointers to put you in the right dharmic path. And it's a month of self-knowledge, because both 5th house and 9th house are very spiritual, not in a mystical, occult way, I'm gonna meditate. No, it's in a more like finding your spiritual path, finding your true vocation. It can be even to do with career, figuring out who you are and what you have to do, figuring out what is right in your life. And 5th house, both Jupiter and Mercury trigger it. People who are in the creative arts, 5th house rules creativity. They'll have moved forward with their project, something positive developing, something tangible happening there. If you're trying to get pregnant, if you have your ascendant or moon in particular in Pisces, this can be a very productive period when you actually, not productive, fertile period, when you actually really get pregnant, because they trigger the 5th house of children, of the fruits of our creativity, which are children. If you already have children, then something good can be happening in the life of a child that brings you happiness, that makes you feel kind of, more connected, more inspired. And even if it's none of those things, your creative, ingenious, your own creations this month can give you a source of anchoring and a sense of purposefulness in your life. You're connecting more to the inner purpose of your life. And some of you might want to explore some spiritual practices, some philosophical new ideas. Some of you might start exploring astrology or philosophy, or some new political system which brings you more meaning, which makes things more clear in your head as well. It's more inspirational month, where you feel more idealistic. You focus on those higher minded things. Also, ninth house on the practical level is higher education. Those of you Pisces ascendants who are involved with higher education might have a very productive and good month. Their teachers can be very supportive, their professors, they can get accepted in the university as well. They can decide to change from one specialty to another, and this will be a wise choice again. They'll be very productive also creatively with the projects they bring out because of this fifth house being triggered as well. Yes, so all those things will have a very positive, uplifting influence. You might feel a bit more inspired, childlike, more connected to source, as I said. And another thing is that Mars, from the middle of the month, Pisces, from October till, I would say, till the end of November, so for a month and a half, it will be in your 7th house of relationships. So in this time frame, for about a month and a half, from the middle of October till the end of November, you might have a week or two that you have more tension in your relationships, one-to-one partnerships. Maybe you argue more with your partner, maybe the partner is being more stubborn, more opinionated, or you attract people who are like that, who are trying to impose on you what they want, or who are trying to push you somehow, step on your toes. This is in the worst case scenario. It can be some arguments there. In the best case scenario, Mars will make you put a lot of energy in dealing with other people, or they can associate you with very martial type of people for a month and a half, which are driven, more ambitious, which are kind of pushing you a bit more, and a bit more stubborn as well, opinionated. And that's why this sense of tension and fight might appear. And 7th house is the house of sexual intercourse, and Mars is the planet of sex. So for a few days, from the middle of October, maybe for a whole week, you might be feeling much more frisky, you might be much more lucky there with your partner, you might be more, and it's like a raw sexuality that comes there. So that's the best way to work through Mars if you have a partner between the sheets when it's transiting the 7th house. And Venus is in your 10th house for about a month, so it's smooth, whatever Venus is, it smooths things out there, makes them more friendly, nice. So maybe your relationship with your father is the 10th house. The 10th house is managers, bosses, authority figures in your life. You might, any kind of, if you've had friction with any of those authority figures, you might smooth them out, or you might have a better improved relationship with one of those people. And also Venus shows where you get your pleasure and fun from. And 10th house is work and career. So some of you at their career place, at their working place, they might feel a bit more appreciated. They might feel a bit more sense of peacefulness there and comfort somehow coming. And it can also be a positive development of a work project as well. And Venus shows love, where you can find source of love. It's not a guarantee, because Venus transits your 10th house every year for a month. And it's not like every year you find someone in your workplace that likes you, but for some of you which have it already in their horoscope, that they might meet someone in their office or connected to their work, it's possibility very strongly triggered for them this month. Thank you very much, Pisces, and I'll see you next month.